Hello and welcome, my Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross-watchers. Welcome to your timeless work, career, and vocation reading. I am your reader, Archangela Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a 3rd one on the way. The first one is called Spell Ingredients. The second one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, and Spell Ingredients will have one eventually. That is in progress. The original version of both of those books you can find in my digital store, patreon.com, as well as in my new website, drawingthecircle.com. Just put that up last week, right before summer solstice. It was pretty cool. The digital shop is wonderful. We also have some audios and videos in the digital shop that anyone can preview for free just by clicking on the links in there. My subscribers do get some of those audios, videos, and ebooks depending upon their level of subscription, but all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. Number 1, they get a daily check-in pretty much every single morning. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link. We chat with each other about the day's astrology. We do a little spiritual practice to send us on our way, and it's the best way for this Virgo to start the day, considering what I do. Work, career, vocation, 24/7, 365. They also get all the extended readings, part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship oriented, true love, twin flame, soulmates, all that. And they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We will talk about that at the end of the video. If you want more info, best thing I've ever done in my work, career, and vocation, patreon.com/drawingthecircle. So click the link, check it out. You can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. There's so much cool stuff going on there. So if you want, come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lions, Markangela Lyons. But you can just call me Mal. Hi, my Capricorns. It's work, career, vocation time. Let's do some quick explanation for the new Capricorns and the cross-watchers, and we will get into the divination. Hello, and welcome if you are new to my channel here. A work, career, vocation read is really a 3 levels of power reading. I learned that from Caroline Myss. That's MYSS, PhD. These are her archetype cards, and there is a YouTube link in the description box of her lecturing about the 3 levels of power, 3 archetypal lenses through which you can look at any great, big, huge thing in your life, like in this case, life purpose, through work, career, and vocation. So we're going to get 1 card for the 8th chakra, and you know, this is a chakra dense read. The 8th chakra functions as a satellite that sends down codes to all the other chakras, shifting what we attract and what we repel, so we have the free will to no longer delay what cannot be prevented in fulfilling our life purpose through work, career, and vocation. So we'll get 1 of those. We will then get the next 6 cards face down. We'll start with 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot for the crown, the 3rd eye, the throat, and the heart chakra, the internal feminine energy. I love me some Daughters of the Moon. We will get then 3 Mythic Tarot for the lower 3 chakras, the solar plexus, the sacrum, and the root, relationships in the physical world, you looking at yourself from the outside, maybe you from the inside looking out at people, places, and things that you have relationships within the physical world, including companies and industries, individual people, and all that stuff. And because it is a cross-watcher read, there's usually some mirroring involved, so you might want to just keep that in mind. It is a general read, obviously. That will take care of the chakras from 8 to root. We'll then get a whisper from the Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield. Ganesha, if you are unfamiliar with him, is the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and the remover of obstacles. And we will talk about the atomic obstacles in the archetypes between lead and gold. I love this deck. It's really one of my personal favorites. And we will end with 1 Matt Kahn healing mantra, because mantras go a long way if you work them. These are essentially healing reads, healing you, your work, career, your vocation, moving you forward, right? Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual healing, relational healing. We'll see what comes up as the cards get laid down. And remember, it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And that is our explanation. Let's get into the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I promise you, I've been doing these readings for a very long time in many different shapes and forms, work, career, vocation for my clients for a very, very, very long time. because as one of us even takes one step forward in fulfilling what we came here to do, we all move forward, because that's unity consciousness for you. We good? Let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. Place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all. And with harm to none. As we will it. So let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, one card in clarity, please. What is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra for the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers, indicating the spiritual alchemy from shadow to light, from lead to gold, from pain to peace, shifting them from toxicity to health, and from fear to love for this timeless work, career, vocation reading. The mystic. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I have the mystic lifetime. I mean, that's what my next book is sort of about, the autobiography of my career, but it starts even before I was born. So the mystic, there are 9 different archetypal families or groups. The mystic can actually have a foot in the wisdom family and the divine family. So I'm going to read you what's on this card, a shadow attribute and light attribute. I call this lead and this gold, with 3 atoms here that can't go there, hence the spiritual alchemy. So, shadow attribute, delusional rapport with the divine, and we have seen that on this planet quite a bit. It's pretty much since jump. The light attribute you are shooting for here is revels in intimate union with the divine. Oh, and I got that one down pat. Well, to the extent that one can be a mystic. Now, before we put any more cards on the table, I will tell you that mysticism sounds pretty, but you have to be able to endure mystery, because that's mystic mystery, right? And a lot of this stuff we're not going to know for sure until we cross over into the next world, and maybe we reincarnate, maybe we don't. But I have to say, this is probably going to talk more about your vocation, your spiritual calling, but we'll see what hits the table. Now, like I said, these next 6 cards are going down face down, Daughters of the Moon, the Mythic Tarot, and then we will flip them over, work, career, vocation. Just remember, it's not past, present, future. It's like shining white light through a prism and you get the rainbow. If you can taste the rainbow, please take a nice deep breath. Skittles. Still point. My goddess's override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved goddesses, please, 1 card in 3 cards face down in clarity. Heart, third eye, crown, internal dynamic for the Capricorn collective and their cross-watchers. What's going on face down? What's going on in their work? What's going on in their career, that one, and what's going on in their vocation for this timeless work, career, vocation read. Remember, we're not looking at those just yet because we want to get these 3 on the table as well. Sorry, I'm a Virgo. I do like it to be somewhat symmetrical. Please take a nice deep breath. Still. My God's override. Place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved gods, please, 3 cards in clarity, lower 3 chakra dynamic, outside in, inside out, relationships in the physical world. What's going on for the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers in their work, in their career, and in their vocation for this timeless work, career, vocation reading. Those 3 really shot out, so let's see what's going on here. Well, we're on, whoa! Okay, we are really off to a quite the start here. Now you got 2 major arcana cards in your work, your first level of power, how you survive in the world. And when I do a chakra reading without, 1 card for each chakra, major arcana kind of fuses them all together. So you've got Kali, the awakener, Kali Ma, right? Okay, the destroyer, but the destroyer of illusions. I mean, look up Kali and, check out her jewelry. She's got some pretty heavy duty jewelry. So this is the card of the Tower in the Mothers, in the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. That's very heavy there. But, everyone's afraid of the Tower, but it can be a bolt of lightning, like an inspiration that comes in. And interesting enough, with that lightning in your lower 3 chakras, you got Zeus, the god of lightning, the emperor here. So look, really, if the inspiration hits you and it destroys your misconceptions, right, that's a good thing. It's called enlightenment, right? Light is truth, so lightning is truthening. And then you are either dealing with a person, place, or thing here in your lower 3 chakras where there is mastery involved here. The emperor, the combination of all the kings in the 4 suits of the tarot. Now, I will say the lightning aspect there is very, very powerful, but the kings in the tarot are all the cardinal signs. Cardinal means creative. Capricorn, the king of pentacles, is the, cardinal or creative earth, the mountain, right? How much grows in a mountain, on a mountain, because of the mountain. So definitely there's a power move going on here. But if this is you, right, looking at yourself from the outside in, this inspiration, this change comes into you, well, you can't be unstruck by lightning, right? And then it somehow manifests itself in a creative way. Now, the Emperor is sort of the boss card, it can be the husband card, although it has nothing to do with biological gender in my experience, but a very, very powerful thing going on in your work. Let's see what's going on in your wow, what's going on in your career is pretty heavy duty too. You got another major arcana card, the Star. So look, one of these levels of power usually shows leverage, right? Tweak that one a little bit, right? Bring it into harmony, and the other 2 come along. So this is about your inspiration, sure. Wish upon a star, but you can wish on your star and follow your dream and still get beaten by people who did the hard work. That's a Terry Pratchett paraphrase. Everything I really needed to learn about Discworld, about magic, I learned from the Discworld books. And the 10 of Cups, I mean, this is really the ecstasy card. Now, again, if you're looking at yourself from the outside in, this is your heart overflowing, something really beautiful, a completion of the cycle of water with cups. Now, the myth in the Mythic Tarot is Eros and Psyche, and it is a true love tale. It is usually considered a romantic card, but it can be your cups overflowing. It's my true love card, and I am truly in love with my work, career, and vocation. I've managed over the decades to bring them into one thing, right? Like one congruent energy moving through me, because that's what our life purpose is. But really, following your inspiration here feels like you have the emotional support and completion and the emotional maturity to then do what needs to be done in the work. If we're looking at it from the, this way, let's look what's going on with the mystic here. Aha! Okay, this makes sense. In your vocation, you got the 5 of Cups, the Storm. So there may be some emotional conflict and change going on. I mean, that happens all the time spiritually. Like we really, 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 really into it, right? In the 4 of Cups. And then something comes in and we're kind of feeling all different ways about it. All storms pass, however, and they leave the skies clearer, which of course would bring you to the 6 of Cups. But with the 8 of Cups on the outer, this is excuse me, this is Psyche descending into the underworld. Now, she does get to the 10, but the 8 of Cups is not so much a card of walking away from as much as a going deeper into. So this might involve shadow work. This might involve some emotional healing here, because I know for myself as a Virgo, 4 planets, right, in 2nd house, because I'm Leo rising, I don't necessarily like not knowing the answers, but guess what? We don't, right? That's just how it is. So I rely upon what I call the grace of humility. I learned it from Caroline Myss in her book, Entering the Castle, but it's also the first and last grace that I talk about in my book, Words of Grace, and it goes something like this. May I be blessed with the maiden grace of humility to know that I do not know, but I am willing to be shown. And that's what it takes to endure mystery. I am also a big, I don't like the word fan, massive appreciator of mystery novels, right? So like Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot, Miss Marple, right? Sherlock, oh my goodness, on BritBox, oh my God, the Cumberbatch, so adorbs. So, you know, I have that in me. My mom's a big Agatha Christie person too, so that's sort of like biologically passed down. And we don't like loose ends. We want to know the details, right? Particularly as a Virgo. But for Capricorn, this really, really feels like your leverage in terms of healing probably is coming into alignment here, perhaps walking into yourself, really feeling. You don't need to know the answer about what that storm is, particularly if you're an empath, and I am. I mean, a lot of people use that word, but I've been an empath since birth. I've been feeling other people's stuff and taking it personally, right? And not understanding that that's just how they are feeling, right? Yes, I have my own emotions, but underneath all of our patterning and our wounds and our trauma and all of that lead is the truth of who we are, the gold. And this can really mean you're busting a move here in your work, taking power and control, really empowering yourself, but doing it from a high, like, to me, there's a difference between spiritual and mystical. Anything can be spiritual, but mystical involves the divine. And since you have pretty strong major arcana cards, you got 3 out of 6 major arcana here. This is really a big choice to make, a free will move, if you will, but to come into alignment and to, I tell you, cultivating an intimate relationship with the divine as a mystic is what keeps me going, because that I can place my faith that way instead of what might happen this way, knowing that everything's going to change, but it can only change me for the better. Thank you, Matt Kahn. All right, all the chakras are on the table from A to root. Let's ask Lord Ganesha. Let's talk about intimacy with the divine. I love Lord Ganesha. I met him through the Ashaya monks. Look that up. Ishaya. E-I-E-I-O. Please take a nice deep breath. Ganesha override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all. And with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved Lord Ganesha, one card in clarity, please, for the Capricorns and their cross-watchers. What is your oracle message to assist them in alchemizing the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, shifting them from toxicity to health and from fear to love with the mystic archetype in the 8th in their work, career, and vocation? Be candid. Throat chakra. Look at that. He's got the symbol of the throat chakra there with that beautiful sapphire blue, turquoise as well, if you like. Be candid. Now, being candid without, without compassion is pretty much a nightmare in my family. Well, candidly, I think you blah, 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 right? Truth without compassion is brutality, says His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. So I'm just going to read a little bit of this out of the very well-written bookie book here. Some of these are really, really long. This one's kind of chunky, but let's see what comes through here. So, it is essential to express your truth even at the risk of standing out. There you go. There you go. Kali and Zeus together again. Recognize that you are part of something larger. The mystery of it all, the mystics. You have a connection here with not only this life and physical body, but with the divine and the universe. That tracks really well with that mystic archetype here. Ganesha is guiding you to recognize the sacred truth that you are a divine being here to give and receive love. It is time to recognize your role in this life. You are complete and whole as you are. You lack nothing. The simplest way to win hearts is through your actions. Well, I think that's pretty much on target here. Sorry, did I read the wrong one? I totally read the wrong one, but take that into consideration. That was for wholeness. Sorry. It is essential to express your truth, even at the risk of standing out. The situation at hand is asking you to express your thoughts. In the past, you have tried to maintain peace by staying quiet or swallowing your words. We all do it. We were raised in that kind of vibe. Have faith that open and honest communication can bring resolution to the situation. If you are not sure where you stand, ask. Since this card is about communication, it may indicate someone's words have created a moment of clarity. Be willing to communicate your concerns clearly. Remember to be open to others' views or arguments. Let your emotions flow without trying to block them while looking at decisions and solutions. And I think really, even though I read one by accident, there are no accidents. I do a huge prayer before I hit the record button on this, that it all go exactly how it's supposed to go. So that message of wholeness, and we're all divine, right? We are all, we are the divine children, which means we inherit the power of the divine parentage, if you want to play it that way, but it takes time to grow and develop. So of course, be candid, speak truthfully, speak clearly, and you can do that compassionately. You could say, look, I really don't know what's going on here. It's all a bit of a mystery to me, but I'm doing my best. What do you think? Do that with people that you really want to know from, because people will want to give you their advice, and they're not in your body. We're all one, but they're not you in this lifetime. So, last card down, Mat Kahn Healing Mantra, and I would think with the throat chakra dominant here, this can only be of use and very hopeful. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Masters override. Plugging me into the Akashic Records. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, one card in clarity, please, for the Capricorns and the Cross Watchers. What is the perfect and precise healing mantra to assist them in alchemizing the mystic in the eighth, with the Tower and the Emperor in their work, the Star and the Ten of Cups in their career, and the Storm, Five of Cups and Eight of Cups in their vocation for this timeless work, career, and vocation reading. Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Do you get that like and love mnemonic device there, a little memory trick there? Dissolving judgments, and you can see that there are a lot of judgments. I mean, I'm a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles, and it says there's either judgment or forgiveness, but that's like giving a handful of lead and you doing the work to alchemize it into gold. And if someone opened right to the page here in the bookie book, so even if someone is judging you, all they're doing is projecting their own illusionary guilt onto you, because they don't want to deal with that, right? So what is repressed must be projected, is psychological law. So I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. And it's important to know that, because the spiritual ego will say, oh no, you have to like everything. And you can't, right? Like there are some foods I don't like, believe it or not, right? But, it doesn't mean I won't try it. But if I don't like it, I don't like it. If I'm watching something and something goes, that's intuition. So judgment really is like a thin veneer of lead over a golden nugget of intuition. And because we want to be good spiritual beings, right, we push it down, where then it takes us over, and of course then others will judge us, and it triggers our judgment of them back. So I don't have to like the behavior of others in order to love my journey. When judgments are dissolved, you don't have to enjoy the actions of others in order to glean benefit from them. And isn't that a Capricorn thing, right? I don't gotta like this, but I will gain something from it. We always do if we are willing. When you know that every moment has been created to help each soul shine the brightest, it becomes easier to not take things personally. Don Miguel Ruiz, 4 agreements. Check it out. I'm not kidding. Instead, you are able to appreciate the positions that life has put you in as evidence of your evolving mastery in form. And this would be the level of form, first level of power, the literal level of power. This mantra is ideal for learning to speak your truth, be candid, cultivating empathy, which as an empath, I could see that in the career thing. With got a lot of water on here too, right? You got 3 water cards and 3 major arcana cards. I just realized that. And trusting the universe, which you know is not easy to trust the universe. Oh, I got trust issues. I'm absolutely cop to that. I've been lied to so many times, but the divine has never lied to me. That's why I go there first as a mystic, right? And then everybody else can go pound sand, all right? All the cards are on the table. We will now do a blessimation. A blessimation is a combination of a blessing and a summation. The energy just comes through me, blesses everybody who watches the video. All of my readings, I do that even with personal clients. So let's see what comes out of my mouth, shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. May we end as we began. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers, may they be blessed with all that they need to alchemize their shadow to light, their lead to gold, their pain to peace, shifting them from toxicity to health, from fear to love and illusion to truth by speaking their truth as they revel in intimate union with the divine. Because in their work there is a lightning bolt coming, if it hasn't hit already, changing everything, heart, third eye crown in an instant, that may be bringing them to a place of mastery here. Creative cardinal energy, mastery there with Zeus the Emperor, lightning within, lightning thrown without. And because in their career, they are in alignment. Yes, their wishes may be in alignment with what it is that is meant to be for them at this point, regardless that they have the guidance and the grace from the divine there, pouring down upon them and bringing them into a place of really unconditional love, maybe even true love, which is truth and love chosen in the physical world. Their cups overflowing with the final union of Eros and Psyche in the Ten of Cups, because it does seem like in their vocation, their spiritual calling, there's some emotional, I wouldn't say upset, I'm not feeling that, but a bit of turbulence, if you will, so that they can follow the path into themselves, perhaps walking away from something that does not suit the spirit that they are and have evolved into, but certainly going within themselves to deal with the many judgments, and so that they can be candid and compassionate in asking the questions and saying what needs to be done, particularly if there is some arguing going on as they dissolve judgment, because they don't have to like the actions of others in order to love their journey. So may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to be the best that they can be, alchemizing their shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, shifting them from toxicity to health and from fear to love in their work, career, vocation, fulfilling their life purpose for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives, and happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser ways, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world for all of us, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. It was good. Did you like it? Well, hit the thumbs up if you liked it. It's a very, very lovely read, and really, I wouldn't call any of these womp womps. I think the Eight of Cups is driving you inward spiritually, and that's always a good thing. It's pretty much how I live my life. If you want more of me here on YouTube, certainly subscribe, notification bell, but I also have another YouTube channel I just started. This one's called Mark Angelo Lyons. The other one is called Mal for short. This one's the professional. That one is the personal, and I'm going to be doing more stuff there as well. But if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon. The digital shop is amazing. The ebooks, the audios, and the videos there are wonderful. Some of my subscribers, well, top tier God Goddess gets everything automatically that is in the digital shop, which is really cool. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube, the daily check-in, and the extensive discount when they book me for a private session. We will talk about that in a minute. But I love Patreon. It saved my life. It really, really did. It saved me from a lot of burnout. Even one of my patrons used to be a client of mine. We reconnected on YouTube. She joined Patreon, and she created my new website, drawingthecircle.com. I'm very, very excited about that. It's beautiful. She did a great job. Thank you, Lauren. And certainly, we got a lot going on, so click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Markangela Lions. But you can just call me Mal. And if you would like to book me for a private session, I have it on the schedule to make the new video, because the one I made last year, I was living in Holbrook, Long Island, New York, before I knew I was going to be moving up to Saratoga Springs, New York, and that video is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal, and it has to be updated, because now I'm taking clients in my home. I have an office downstairs. It's really wonderful, but I gotta get to know the people, like, are they allergic to cats? Because I have 3 male black cats that shed all year long. So, bring an EpiPen. We'll figure that out. I am also available for readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Phyla Street is how they say it. I say Phyla, tomato, right? So you just call them directly. You tell them you want to book me for something. They tell you when I'm available. They book you. They tell me you book, and I come in and I read you. The majority of the readings that I do, and the spiritual counseling, by the way, is on a Zoom call. So once the session is booked, private session or reading, beforehand I send the client the Zoom link. They come onto my Zoom platform. We record the whole thing so they don't have to memorize or take notes. At the end of it, I send them a link so they can download the entire session on video to their device. They tell me they downloaded it, and I delete it from the cloud, because confidentiality is key, and it's a key ethic for me to keep doing what I'm doing in the most authentic and honorable way possible. But the most important thing that I say in that video, Booking Private Sessions with Mal, the new one will be called Booking Mal. It'll come out eventually. I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, there's a way. So even if we agree, they pay it forward to someone else down the line. As long as we both agree, I will serve, because I am fulfilling my life purpose through my work, career, and vocation. As the professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, as well as the fun one. I am fun. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I will be 56 in September. I started reading tarot when I was 12 and reading chakras and some real esoteric, hard to find stuff now. So yeah, come along. Check out my new YouTube channel, Mal for short. You can't miss it. And certainly you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and all that stuff's in the description box. So thank you so very much. Thank you for being Capricorns, because I love Capricorns. I've never met a Capricorn I didn't like. I'm a Virgo. It's a trine thing, and if I had to marry one of the signs of the zodiac, it would be a Capricorn for sure. So thank you so much for watching, and just remember, I love you. I believe in you. You've got this. Hang in there. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.